See, if anyone should ever have kids, and my child comes home and tells me they've been bullied, I'm fighting the dad. I'm fighting the father. 100%.
Welcome, guys. Welcome back to Men Know Nothing. Here to give you the unqualified advice you never ask for on a regular basis.
Yes, sir. We're gonna go for a daily basis.
A daily basis. Yeah. There we go. Daily basis.
Because we're on it. We're on it.
Trying to use some slow, smooth speaking to get people hooked in.
This is the first podcast recording of 2024.
Wow,
that's a biggie.
That's a biggie.
It is coming up to 3 years since we started the pod.
Jan 2022. Jan 2021. That's when we started it.
2 years.
22, 23. No, this is 3 years.
What?
21, 22, 20. Yes, 3 years.
January 2021, 22, 23. 2 years.
No, it's not, bro. The whole of 2021.
When did we start? January 2021.
So we did the whole of 2021.
Oh, yeah.
The whole of 23.
So this is 3 years?
3 years, yeah. We're leading into the fourth year now. That's mad.
January 2021 to 2022 to 2023 to 2024.
Yeah.
Fuck me, we're in 2024.
I know.
In my head, though, while we were talking, I'm like, no, we're in 2023.
Yeah.
But we are in 2024.
Yeah, 2024.
Wow.
That's impressive, man. So many podcasts, they give up after
It's 2 episodes.
2 episodes.
Chris Williamson said, I think it's 90% of podcasts don't last past the second episode.
And then, there's a few more stats he put around that I can't remember.
Which is ironic because I know people who've started podcasts and they didn't go past 2 episodes.
Same. I know people that never went past 1.
Yeah. I feel like for a lot of people, whenever they do start it, they don't realize how hard it is just to be purely consistent.
Yeah,
it's not even about making great content because that just comes as time goes. It's purely literally just sitting down, coming up with an idea and being able to conversate about it for 45 minutes.
But then it's also the content, how you snip the content, how you want it to look, how you do the cuts, what platforms you put it on, what captions, how often you post, if you need to post, how many different clips do you need from each podcast, if you don't have enough to get you to the next podcast, do you need to record more, if you're not recording enough, there's so much. And it is Chris Williams said, he's like, everyone should at one point sit down with their friend, put a recorder down and to record the conversation, because when you're recording something, you're more aware of the stuff you're actually saying. Mm-hmm. So the conversation is probably going to have a bit more depth and there's going to be more substance to it. I do agree with that, massively.
I completely agree as well. And I also think when it comes to the podcasting thing, people don't realize all the editing that goes involved. If I wasn't an editor and understand sound, video, lights and all that kind of stuff, fuck me, it would have been 10 times harder to start. Because people go in, record, but then they're like, fuck, no, I need to learn how to actually edit a video. But then they don't realize that loads of the clips that people cut out, they cut out all the M's and the empty spaces to make the conversation actually go faster. And then when they start doing that, they're like, actually, wait, that doesn't look the way it looks on... Yeah. It's like when you started doing your edits in CapCut, you're like, wait, then you started... Initially, you weren't cutting out the empty parts, and then you started cutting out the empty parts, and then you started doing the zooming in, zooming out. But again, just comes with practice, mate.
Recording really makes me realise how much shit I wouldn't say if things weren't being recorded.
Yeah, I think just being your friend, I've realised that.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. I definitely can't say that. I think in the early days when we recorded stuff, I listened back to it, I was like, fuck, I shouldn't say that.
It feels like such a long time ago.
Yeah.
Recording in the kitchen. 3 years. Coming up to the anniversary.
There we go. And we are back. And what we're doing today is we have story time for you guys.
But before we get into that...
Give
us 5 stars on Spotify.
Please.
Give us 5 stars in Apple Podcasts. It will go a long way into pushing this bad boy onto your Spotify For You page, or what an Explore page we'll call it. And then obviously follow us on all the beautiful platforms. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Follow us on all the platforms. You can cough. And follow us on all the platforms. You've got Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. And then you can stream us pretty much everywhere you get your bloody podcast. But yeah, continue, Dan. You're about to say something.
So we are back and we have story time. That's usually where we read some stories that have been sent in, or that we've been... we read some stories that have been sent in, or that we have found some fucked up shit to do with dating, whether it's one night stands, funny dating stories, the way you've dumped someone, and just kind of all the in-betweens.
Have you got a theme for your list this week?
I mean, you know, I did, but I can't see what the theme is.
As in, you have a theme for the ones that you read now.
Sure. Let's figure it out along the way.
Okay.
Cool. So this one here is actually a bit of a messed up first date story.
Oh God. Right.
I was a bit tipsy after drinking wine, and we went back to my place and started making out. When I pulled back, his face was covered in blood, so I panicked and said, "You're bleeding." Horrified, he pointed at my face, and I realised I was having a heavy nosebleed.
Oh.
I cleaned up in the bathroom and somehow thought it would be logical to shove 2 tampons up my nose to stem the nosebleed.
Is this the girl or the guy who's saying this?
This is the girl.
Oh my Lord.
This is the girl.
Right.
I'm making assumptions here. Shouldn't make assumptions. So I went back downstairs with 2 tampons in my nose, and yes, the mood was very much killed.
Wait, they went downstairs with the tampons in their...
Yeah. They had a nosebleed. Yeah. Fair play. Confidence.
On the first date?
Yeah, fair play. The confidence on that. Do you know...
What would you do in that situation
think
if you nosebleed?
Oh, more if I was the person seeing it. Like, let's say they were having a nosebleed and they
Right.
came downstairs and I was sitting there. I'd appreciate the confidence in that.
Mm.
Like, especially if I'm vibing and it's a good day and I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I think you can get away with so much shit with, like, how you...
Your energy and your
with your
confidence.
energy about
Yeah.
it. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, so many people, like, you know, there's the whole, like, ick thing where if we're walking down the street and I trip and fall, that's an ick. Probably not going to see you again. But there's so many things that you can, like, play off with, like, swagger and, like, how you, like, make it look and stuff like that.
To be fair, like, if I was with a girl and that happened where her nose started bleeding, she went upstairs and came back down with tampons in her nose, I genuinely don't think I would care.
Yeah.
I'd be funny.
That'd be fine.
Like, genuinely, I feel like that's such a small thing or a small situation or a situation that neither of us can get out of.
I'd be like, this is dangerous.
is-
I'll stay here the night and just take care of you. Do you know what I mean?
Naked.
Yeah, you could definitely use that to your advantage. You definitely shouldn't be on your own. This could lead to, like, a
I
concussion.
don't want you to bleed out or anything.
Like, concussions are so, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that'd be sweet. I feel like one of our friends...
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
This has happened to.
one of our friends had a nosebleed when they were on top of someone. So it was he, and he was on top of this girl, and he ended up having a nosebleed all
Yeah,
over her.
that was
That's
funny.
so funny. That's slightly different.
We need to get the full story because then after that, the same night, then our hair went on fire with a candle.
Yeah, apparently it was accidental.
Yeah.
Apparently.
She just leaned over her head to the right like that
Yeah.
to give it the great one, a
Just
bit of kiss,
boom.
and then the next minute, fully singed.
Yeah. She's like, "What's that smell?" I was like, "Shh, shh, 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 shh. Don't worry. Don't worry."
I like that story.
I got another one for you.
Right, go on.
No, this is. He went to hug me goodbye. He went to hug me goodbye, but squeezed a little too hard. I let out a huge fart and burst out laughing. How would you feel if that happened? Not on a first day. Oh, I'd like, again, you could like probably play it off, but the feeling. There would be this moment of like, how are they going to react? Or like how you just feel the earth sinking beneath you in that moment, you know, like potentially.
I cannot comprehend.
That's bad. That's really bad. Oh, that is just horrible.
I'm just imagining this little tiny girl. You give her a hug and you're like, I would. To be fair, again, I don't think I'd be put off.
Yeah,
I would find it very, very funny.
You wouldn't want to make him feel bad for it,
and that's the thing.
Then the likelihood of closing.
I feel
goes
like
down.
for stuff like that, when situations like that happen, it's more so of like this is more embarrassing for them than it is for me. So the least you can do is just like make it just feel normal.
I feel like some people could like take note of that. That if there's an opportunity you have to make someone feel less embarrassed, probably take it.
100%.
And be nice.
Just like it's a nosebleed or you farted. People fart and people have
Yeah.
nosebleeds. So if you were to make it a big deal, that says more about you as a person.
yeah, you're gonna
than it
make them
does
feel
about
like
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then your chances of like just goes out the window.
It's just very funny. I feel like I've been in a date before where something really embarrassing happened, and I just thought it was hilarious. But like, it didn't put me off. I was just like, no, that's funny. It's
Yeah.
embarrassing, but it's funny.
Yeah, she's like, "Have you got a condom?"
You're such an idiot. You're such a fool. All right, let me read
maybe
one
there
of
are
mine
some
here.
things I'm okay saying on this podcast.
Right, here we go. I'm trying to figure out if I should read the title first.
Does that give it away?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how to tell this without throwing up right now. My girlfriend and I are in our 20s. It's the first relationship I've been in as I've always had low self-esteem. She's a 10 out of 10 girl for me. I never thought of having someone like this. We've been together a few months now. Well, she sent me via WhatsApp pictures in bed naked with another guy. I haven't... Fuck me. I haven't seen them very well because she deleted them fast. I think she doesn't know I've seen them. The guy in the picture looks like her best friend who writes to her all the time. I had a panic attack when I saw the pictures. My heart almost jumped out of my chest. I don't know what to do right now. I'm in shock. For someone with little experience and little self-esteem like me, this has killed me. We are in different cities right now. Oh my lord.
Oh, bro, the best friend. It looks like
we are in different cities right now for Christmas, so I can't meet her now. Also, she's been acting weird on WhatsApp recently. That's over.
Oh, no.
That is over.
It looks like her best friend. Oh, no.
The guy best friend.
Oh, the guy best friend. Oh, my God. Everyone knows them. Everyone knows someone who has that or knows someone that's been there.
The fact that she deleted that means that she knows that she's cheating, but she's choosing to lie to him.
Like, how stupid you have to be to send pictures to someone who you're not meant to send them to. Like, how stupid and... Like,
I feel like that happens more than we think.
Oh, really? Like, I'm so cautious because I've done it. I'm so...
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but like I've done it with...
How stupid do you need to be to do it? And then you just
That's stupid.
well, I've done it.
I think with not stuff that's that sensitive, though. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think
I don't think I've ever
sent
like a dick pic to like the wrong person.
I don't think I've ever sent a picture, but I feel like I've sent like a message that's wrong. But I can't remember it ever being anything as incriminating as this.
That's horrible, man.
What the hell do you do in that situation? What would you do?
If I like got that and
different cities, Christmas time, can't see her.
I'd just be like, I'd respond like, "What the fuck was that?" That would be my initial thing.
Yeah, you'd have to just message
like, "What the fuck is that?"
She obviously sent them by accident. I mean, there's some fucked up people in the world that would literally send that on purpose.
Yeah,
for you to see it and then delete it.
Do you know what it is? Because they don't want to spark the conversation of
like the breakup.
Yeah.
So they'll do something absolutely ridiculous like that.
That's toxic. That's very fucking toxic. Oh, we've given this girl like a narrative.
That's the only reason I can.
What a toxic piece of shit.
Like, who are you sending naked photos of you and this guy?
Of you and this guy.
Unless you send it to him, to the guy you're with.
Unless they got the same name. No, it's very unlikely.
Very unlikely.
Fuck, that's horrible. That's horrible.
I feel whenever I read stuff like this, it just really opens my eyes as to like how messed up people are in their experiences.
Especially like, even this is my first proper like missus.
And he sends it low for self-esteem. Apparently she's a 10 out of 10 girl. Well, she's obviously not.
She's not a 10 out of 10, bro.
Scumbag.
Look, you'll learn something from this, though. You'll learn something from it, you know?
What do you learn?
I don't know. I hope you learn something, though.
What would you learn?
Don't trust bitches.
Anything else?
Surely, maybe it's like, were there red flags before I fucking went into this? Were there like things were there things that I overlooked because I was like, you know, that whole like scarcity mindset where it's like, I've never had a girl this hot, I'm never going to have someone this hot. And I missed things where she was probably talking to me like shit, speaking about me like shit. She didn't like ever show me off in front of her friends, didn't want to speak about me in certain ways. All I did was look at her looks and, you know, that value. Like, I'm sure there was other stuff there. Like, I reckon if we asked him, there was probably other stuff that he ignored and he just saw her looks. You shallow piece of shit, you.
Fucking hell.
Now it's like, fuck him. What a piece of shit.
It's your fault, man.
Yeah. You're the reason.
This is self-inflicted.
Yeah, this is self-inflicted. Okay. These are times worst ways that you've been rejected.
Worst ways you've been rejected.
This is short, simple, sweet, straight to the point. I asked this girl out and she started to cry and told me that I looked like her brother who had died in Iraq.
What?
How do you say that to someone? How do you say that to someone? Either it's like, imagine if she's lying. Imagine if she's lying. And
I don't know which one's worse.
And she made that up. Imagine if she's like, hey, I really don't want to like tell this guy that I'm not into him. And she's like, you look like my brother that died in Iraq. Well. Right, cool, I got another one for you. I had a crush on this boy. And as a girl in middle school, you're not supposed to ask the guy out. But all his friends said, do it. He'll say yes. So I went up to him in the lunchroom in front of everyone, and he stood there smiling, waiting for it. Then, when I asked, he said, no. Are you kidding me? Laughed and walked away. It was all set up as a funny joke, and everyone was laughing. Imagine a stupid, cheap movie with all those mean high school girls. That's exactly what went down. Whoa. Do you know what? School is a mean place. School is a mean fucking place, bro. That is savagery.
Wow.
That is savagery.
You know what it is as well? I feel like whenever you're at that age, there's so much lack in terms of people's feelings and people's emotions that the only thing that most of those kids, and probably when we were in high school as well, go off is just banter and funny. There's no like, oh, is this going to fuck them up in the future, like moving forward? It's just you're like, oh, it'd be funny if like you just do this in front of everyone and then we all like film it. It's like,
fucked up.
Honestly, I'm so glad I've never had to go through stuff like that.
Mate, there's some really mean stuff that kids do in school. Like even like so many.
Was your school bad?
I was bullied big time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, I didn't know that.
I was bullied big time.
Why?
Yeah.
What for?
My ADHD was really bad when I was a kid, and I think I just found like social interactions really difficult.
Yeah.
And so I was very like hyperactive, and I don't know, I was just fucking anyway. I just didn't click with other people.
Fair.
And yeah, bullied big time in school.
What do people do? What were they bullying you with?
The kids are just mean.
Like verbally or physically?
Verbally, physically
as well,
bro. Yeah, it was like not in the my secondary school, but my primary school physically. My secondary school was like just verbally, a bit of physical, but like mainly like verbal.
What's like punching you or what?
Like we'd get in fights and stuff, yeah, because people
were
would
you
like,
fighting back?
Yeah, fucking oath. Because people would like, they push you enough. You're like, well, fuck this. Yeah. But like a lot of it verbally, kids are so mean, bro.
Yeah,
I had like someone reach out to me a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, maybe a couple of months ago, and he's like, oh, hey, sorry, man. Reached out to me on LinkedIn. Sorry, bro. I just wanted to say like sorry about school back in the day. I was a real arsehole back then. And I was like, nah, all good, mate. Kids are arseholes when they're like people. Kids are arseholes when they're in school.
The fact that you need to message if someone. You're reaching out to someone this long after, you must have been fucked.
Yeah, man.
Whatever you were saying, doing to that person.
Yeah.
That is insane to me.
Kids are just fucked, man.
Like my school was a Christian school.
Yeah.
And it was, for the most part, very, like, fighting and stuff didn't happen in our school at all. I can't remember any fights in our school. And in terms of verbal abuse, I'm sure it did happen, but it was definitely more, like, covert. It wasn't...
Covert?
As in, like, it wasn't overtly...
Oh, right, okay,
like, bullying where they do it in front of people.
Like passive?
Yeah, it would be more so, like, probably, like, snide comments here and there, I'd imagine. But in my head, I can't really remember if there was any kind of... There probably was, but maybe I was just too far removed from it.
Yeah, fair.
That is insane to me. See, if anyone should ever have kids, and my child comes home and tells me they've been bullied, I'm fighting the dad. I'm fighting the father. 100%.
I had once in school... This is mad. This is like a therapy session after bullying. Once in school, this kid... I remember when I was younger, man. This kid came up to me. He was a fucking arsehole. I won't say his name. And he
doesn't deserve privacy.
He doesn't deserve to be named on this podcast.
Yeah, true.
He was like, hey bro, can I speak to you? Like, come here, I want to like say something. I was like, yeah. I leaned in, he's fucking headbutted me.
What?
Like, crazy, bro. Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
Did you fight him back after that?
Fuck yeah.
In school?
Yeah.
That is... I cannot...
I went to a Jewish school. This happened in the Jewish school. Yeah, it's crazy.
In North London?
Yeah. North Wheezy, JFS. You need to sort your shit out.
North Wheezy?
Yeah, man.
I can't fathom that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
To be fair, though, in in Northern Ireland, in our town specifically, and in Portadown, irrelevant, but these two towns had a different way of schooling system. So you do primary school, junior high school, like they do in America, like middle school, you do 3 years, and then you go into high school. But the middle school was pretty much like a free for all. Especially the end of the year, there would always be fights. I remember there was this girl in my class at the end of the year. When people are walking out, you'd know that people have beef throughout the year, and they wait until the end of the year to do
beef.
it.
Love that.
She gets a rock, runs up to this girl, and slaps her in the back of the head with it. And then literally, fair play to the girl, because she actually stayed up and started fighting, slaps in the back of the head. Then the girl that I knew from my class then grabs her hair, starts punching, but the other girls managed to get out again, and then they just started fighting. I was like, what the hell's going on? This gets broken up by teachers, and the next minute there's another fight just down the road. So we're all sprinting, watching. And at the end of the year, every year you'd worry, I wonder if someone wants to hit me. Because sometimes you wouldn't know, because people just get on with life as normal, never really say much, never do much. But then at the end of the year, you're always like, fuck, I wonder if someone actually doesn't like me, or someone's going to...
Yeah, fuck.
I made it out alive. I didn't.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. To be fair, I feel like my time in school, I don't think... If I was to end up in a fight with someone punching me, I think I'd be fine, because I feel like people would have jumped in to help.
Yeah.
Because I had like enough friends, but fuck me. I just can't. And also with the school that I went to after that, at the end of the junior high, we all do exams, which then splits up the year. So the higher performance kids go to the school that I went to, like the grammar school, and then like the ones who didn't do as well would go to like more of a technical school. So they'd push you more with the technical school to do trades, etc. Whereas my school was more like you go to uni. So I think when that split, it then completely like split up the ones that hated the others, if that made sense. It was just so weird. So weird.
I think if I did have a kid and he went to school, I'd probably, because I want to put my kid through some form of like self-defense, because I'm like, someone is going to bully you, like that, like it just will happen, and if that happens, you got to just fucking fight.
You know what I'm also thinking now that I think about the split? There is a massive correlation. Not this is generalizing, but from what I saw from the school, there's a massive correlation between the more intelligent students and the less intelligent students, because there was always the less intelligent students that wanted to fight these kids who were like smarter, who ended up going to the school I went to. So in my head, it's like there must be a lack of, I guess, knowledge or lack of education there for anyone to go straight to physical to sort out any problem that you have. If your first thought is, I'm going to punch this guy, I'm going to hit them with a rock, I'm going to headbutt them because you don't like them, that's your first go-to. There's like, I feel like there's something there in your brain that's just not completely computing well. I know. I've never had a disagreement with someone and my first thought would be, I want to punch him. I've never thought about punching someone. I mean, I have, but it's never been like, I'm going to punch you because I don't agree with you.
I'd say you think about it a lot.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was gonna say that with you'd have to. Oh, fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah, there were some kids who I knew in school where they were very violent kids, like very violent.
Were they smart?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Yeah,
no.
It's usually not.
They're just always up for a fight. Yeah, fucking.
The
mates.
smart ones usually aren't.
School's a fucking mad place, hey.
Right.
Go on, let's hear it.
New story. So I walked into the bathroom to try and find my phone, and I saw my fiance's phone sitting on the counter. Not thinking anything of it, I picked it up to use it to call mine, and when I unlocked it, Bumble was pulled up.
Oh, I already knew something bad was coming.
Saying my heart shattered into a million pieces in that moment is an understatement. Looking more into it, I didn't see any conversations or matches with anyone, and looking at his messages on his phones, nothing showed up either. Not sure how to approach this with him because he has never showed me any reason before now not to trust him. Advice.
Does he work for Bumble?
I didn't say that.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that would be the like, is it a research project because he works for Bumble? Does he work for like a data analytics company?
Well, she would know that.
There's no like messages. There's nothing there.
Smart cheaters would just delete
unless he's
those
deleted
messages.
it all.
Yeah.
He's deleted it all.
Smart guy.
Let me check if I can do that on my Bumble.
Good thing your girlfriend doesn't listen to the podcast. So we're good.
Oh, mate. Fuck. I mean, surely, though, if you're deleting the conversations, you'd find a way to hide the app. Like, you'd find a way to, like, hide it. Surely there's ways on your phone where you can, like, put apps in folders and stuff like that. Surely there's, like, apps for this now. Or, like, you'd put the app on, like, the fourth screen on, like, your iPhone. You wouldn't just leave it, like, running. You know? I just think, fuck. Yeah, I hope he works for Bumble.
I think he's definitely cheating. But also, I was going to say, I mean, she did open it up because in my head, you know the way in the iPhone now, if you don't use an app for ages, it just like takes it off your phone.
No, I didn't know that.
Or maybe that's just my setting. So I have a setting now that if I haven't used an app for like a really extended period of time, it will then kind of take it off my phone and just save it in the cloud, and then I'll have to like re-download it. So that's my only thought, because I remember thinking like a couple of months ago, I was like, fuck, I wonder if I still got Hinge. Because I just stopped using it for ages, and then it was just there. Because in my head, I was like, fuck, if I still have Hinge, then potentially I might still be coming up. But then I went on and then saw that my iPhone had just like automatically deleted and put it in the cloud. But that was my first thought. I was like, I wonder whether he has just like forgotten it was there. But she did say that
open it up,
and there's nothing there. Let me just look again. Yeah.
Oh, that's really bad.
What would you do in that situation if you were to open up your girlfriend's phone and Bumble was there?
I'd probably be like, hey, what's this? Straight away.
Straight away?
Well, hey, like, what's this? Like, and if they were smart, they'd go, I got ya.
Got you doing what?
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Gaslight me. I pranked you.
Like, why are you looking through my phone? That's why I never trusted you in the first place.
That would be fucked though, right? They're like,
well, that's even worse though, because it's your fiance as well.
That'd be smart. That'd be smart to do.
Yeah, I would definitely have to have that conversation, pretty much straight away.
For sure, you'd be like, "What's this? I just opened the phone." Like I said, if they were smart, they'd be like, I was just testing you to see if you look at my phone." You know, that would be that would be so. Oh, there's so many just fucking sadistic things that you could say to get yourself out of like a situation that you don't want to be in.
Yeah, that'd be heartbreaking.
Fuck, I'm so glad I'm just not a piece of shit anymore.
Imagine though having to have that conversation with a fiance. You're planning a wedding. You've opened up their phone just to call your own, and then there's a dating app there. And then I feel like the worst part is before having the conversation, where you have to prepare yourself for the worst. Because it's like, yeah, it's great, be like, hey, what's this? But then you're thinking, when I ask this question, this is going to open up a potential can of worms if they decide to be honest and tell you what's going on. That what you thought was your future is no longer your future.
If you think you're a trustful partner, would you give your partner your phone, unlock it, and just leave it with them for an hour?
Yeah. I think if you're
Just
trustful.
saying, like in general.
Oh yeah, if you're a trustful,
you know that
person,
feeling though. You know that feeling. You don't know when someone goes in your phone.
Yeah.
You haven't got. It's like when you go through security, right? You got no drugs on you, but you're like, or what? Do you know what I mean? Your partner gets your phone, or someone gets your phone. You're like, I know there's nothing there, but what if there's like a message there that
that's the
pops
thing,
up
though.
from fucking ages ago? Do you know what I mean?
But that's the thing. It'd be a timeline situation.
Yeah,
Because
for
in my
sure.
head,
For sure.
if my partners go through my phone and go back far enough, like you're gonna find stuff in there. But
Yeah.
as long as whatever you find isn't within the time frame in which you were together, then it's fine. We're actually having this conversation the other day about what you would consider cheating, because there's different people consider different acts and different things.
If you don't come, I'm sure it's fine.
You're disgusting. So, for example, obviously, if you kiss someone, it's cheating. If you fuck, it's cheating.
What?
But shut up. But I was also saying, if you're doing anything while you're in a relationship that you wouldn't be happy with your partner knowing about, then I would consider that cheating. So you could be messaging a girl or whatever, but it's harmless. But if you're not willing for your partner to see those messages, then I would consider that inappropriate behavior.
Yeah,
Or
I agree.
what about if you're messaging someone and your intentions are pure, you have no attraction to them, but then you know the other person on the other end is being quite flirtatious. You may think potentially her intentions aren't pure. What would you do then? If you're completely innocent, you're in no way attracted to this woman. I know, very hard for you to even like imagine that.
It's so difficult to put myself in that mindset.
Hypothetically, you're not attracted to this girl.
Okay.
Put yourself in that mindset.
Trying to get in there.
Hypothetically, you're not attracted to this girl.
Not attracted to this
and
girl.
you're innocent in
Okay.
this. But
Innocent
you know that she hasn't said anything too out of pocket, but it kind of, you're getting the vibe. What would you do in that situation? Would you dead the conversation?
Yeah, probably. Because I feel like you would just... I feel like I... For sure. I feel like I should be deading the conversation. Like, for sure. Because you just know. Like, you just know. Something just doesn't feel like, you know. It's like, no matter how... the way you act away from your partner, if there was a camcorder on you, would you be okay with them watching it? You know? Like, massively. You know? Fuck. Yeah.
I like that one.
There was something else I was going to say about this. It's completely lost me, actually. It was about that. Yeah, a fun exercise is anyone listening, swap phones for the day, like on a Saturday when you're chilling. Just swap phones for the day.
Well, just let them use it.
Yeah, just see how comfortable you feel like giving your phone away to your partner for the day.
Well, then they just use it as their own, you mean?
No, but because then it's like they can like search through it. They want to like go on social media, scroll how they do on their own phone. But you know, it's that like, you know, just give your phone to your partner for like the day. See how like comfortable you are with that. I think it's like an
interesting.
Yeah, I don't care about doing that enough.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's just like the question itself has like the bigger thing. You know, are you okay for them to play in your phone for a day?
That could be fine.
Would you feel anxious about it? Would you feel worried about, not you personally, but would you feel anxious about, in case she's listening, would you feel would you feel anxious about it or like worried about it or something like that? So
I think it'd be fine.
I think back in the day I was probably a bit more cautious.
Obviously.
Have you? One word can really say a lot of things. But, so I think that, yeah, like for sure. Yeah.
I feel like I'd only do it if I was with her, just because I'll have people messaging me that I want to respond to, like all that kind of stuff.
Babe, it's work. Clients.
But yeah, if we're in the house together, like, yeah, use it.
If someone sends a titty pic, be like, I'm a creative manager.
It's literally a mood. It's a mood
It's
board.
my work.
It's a mood board.
Oh, God. I'm editing stuff at the moment. Like, fuck's sake.
But advice in that one would be...
just ask. Otherwise,
to be honest, yeah.
Like, you're just going to eat away. There's nothing else you can do.
Yeah.
Like, either you got two options. Either you sit in silence, and you can choose to do that. And if you're fucking, you know, and if you can separate your emotions enough, you won't ever think about it again. Or you ask them, because otherwise it's going to eat away at you, and you might kill them in their sleep.
Yeah. I'll give my advice, since Dan cut me off there while I was talking.
Sorry, bro.
It's like, my advice, yeah, just tell her. Just like, what? Just let me talk.
Sorry.
Just like straight in there. No, I completely agree with Dan, though. I think definitely don't wait to ask, but I think when you're going to ask that question, you have to be prepared for what that response is going to be, and you have to be prepared that your life could potentially completely change from what you thought it was going to be. You thought you were going to marry this guy or this girl or whatever it was. I can't remember if it was guy or girl. You're going to marry this person. You're going to have a house, have kids, build a life. Just know that when you ask this question, that in that moment, it could all change. So it's kind of a daunting thing, because I feel like a lot of people in that situation will probably not ask, purely because the sunk cost fallacy thing. You've just committed so much time to this that the idea of this potentially ending, having to tell your family, your friends, a lot of people will probably just ignore it and pretend they didn't see it, which is sad. But we're under the assumption that everyone's like us, who would just ask.
Yeah.
Where I feel like I would know a few people who probably just wouldn't say anything.
For sure.
Because, again,
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm
sure it's fine.
Benefit of that. Scarcity mindset. Yeah. It happens. So definitely go into it asking the question, but be prepared. You might not get the answer that you're hoping for. which is
great advice.
a solid response. Okay, I've got a good one. This can be our last one.
Go on. Here we go.
God.
Okay.
I hate my girlfriend.
Nice. Let's just leave it there. And the moral of this story is stay single.
Don't have a girlfriend.
So thanks, guys.
Wow.
It's been great listening to you.
Thank you, guys. That's a good start. Here we go. I hate my girlfriend. I don't want this. The only reason I'm still with her is because the last time we broke up, she relapsed into hurting herself again. Fuck me. I hate that she loves me. She ignores me 90% of the time anyways, so I don't know why she still begs me to stay with her when I threaten to break up. I can't even tell my friends about her because the last time we dated, it was so draining and they all told me to break up with her, and I did. And I was so much happier single. She never texts first, and when I text her, there's a 50% chance she actually decides to read it, and a 30% chance she will reply to it. I don't know why she keeps me around if she never wants to talk. I'm trying so hard to love her, but I am the only one putting any effort into this relationship, and I don't even want to be in it, and it's crushing. I would break up with her, but every time I do, she relapses, and I don't want her to do that. I have tried getting her help. It is not going anywhere because she never listens to me after we've broken up. It has been 9 days since we last talked, and I feel incredibly guilty because I think I may be in love with another woman. I need to break it off with my girlfriend, and I don't know how without her relapsing. First of all, that's intense.
That is fucked.
But her self-harm is literally not your responsibility, bro.
Nah.
As like horrible as it is that she's what you're going through, that cannot be the foundation, the catalyst in which you're trying to basically not even build this relationship, but be in this relationship. That's like the first mistake. Like, honestly. Wow. Wow.
Mate, I mean, like,
When you're in a relationship like that, though, especially...
doesn't sound like a relationship. Like, they haven't spoken for 9 days, right? So, like, that
Yeah.
doesn't sound like you're in a relationship. It
It's
sounds
just a
like
horribly abusive relationship.
you're just there. Like, they don't live together, by the sounds of it.
No.
So you're just there when she wants you there, but it doesn't really sound... It just sounds like a... it just sounds like an awful fucking... Oh, God, that is horrible. That is so horrible. I'd say, it's not his... It's not your like problem to deal with.
No.
Like someone, and also if someone is using that as a threat, also, I feel like quite often people who threat this kind of stuff, I feel like it's a bluff.
What do you mean?
I feel like she wouldn't go through with it to like the end.
Well, it's not even about going through with it to the end. It's just more of the self-harming thing. It's like a lot of people wouldn't self-harm to die. They just self-harm because they either want the attention, they want to feel pain, they want to feel something. But typically, sometimes it's not. Like, if she tried to commit, I'm not saying it because the algorithm fucks up if you say it, but you know what I mean?
Oh, right, yeah.
If she's trying to do that, I think he would have probably written that.
Yeah.
But he's written self-harm, so she's obviously just like maybe cutting herself and doing...
Jeez.
That's very... And I don't use this word very often, but that's a very like narcissistic kind of tendency to be knowingly doing what you're doing, knowing that your boyfriend is going to stay with you, and then also begging him to stay with you, but still not giving him the attention that he's given you.
That's
to the
horrible.
point where you're barely responding, you're barely reading, and you're literally not speaking to the guy for 9 days, so you apparently have been begging to stay with you.
That's horrible. My friend used to say down the road, not cross the road.
What does that mean?
No one likes attention seekers.
What?
Down the road, not across the road. No one likes attention seekers.
You're going to have to explain that one.
Down the road, not cross the road.
Oh my God.
My friend used to say...
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm sure that's okay to say. I haven't actually said like the word.
No.
But
wow.
yeah, my friend used to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you go across,
it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't really do anything. If you cut really, really deep.
Yeah, down the road, not cross the road. No one likes attention seekers.
Oh, wow, that is dark.
Yeah, I know.
That is dark. Wow.
That's fucked, man. That's horrible. I would say for like this guy is that like it's hard. First of all, like you have to sort of grow an internal strength of like, this shit isn't my problem.
Yeah.
They're also not doing stuff enough to cause any long-term damage, and maybe they just need to fucking deal with that shit, because it will get to a point where they'll either stop it or they'll keep going and it's too late. But it's not, you can't be the one to do this. Maybe reach out to that person's mum, that person's dad, let them know, and walk away from that situation, because that person has like parents and family and it's their responsibility.
Hopefully they've got that.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It's not yours. You know,
I feel like in a situation like that, yeah, maybe the self-harm won't do them any harm physically, because it's just probably cuts or whatever that they're doing.
Yeah.
But it's more like how much it's probably destroying her own mental.
Yeah.
Because obviously you need to be very mentally unstable to be doing that
For sure.
for that length of time, but also forcing someone then to stay with you or make them feel bad that they feel the need to stay with you. But in my head, it would be more so of a, you need to leave. But when you do leave, you should probably call like the police and do a wellness check. Because genuinely, if based on what this guy has said is that whenever he leaves, she then reverts back to the self-harming thing, then she genuinely needs help, and she needs to be potentially put in some sort of facility to help her through that. Because, and again, it's one of those things, you can only help people who want to be helped.
For sure.
So no matter what he does in this situation, whether he stays for an extended period of time or not, or leaves, if he doesn't see, and he said that he's tried to get her help and she won't do it, if he's seen that he's putting in the effort to try and get her help and she refused to do that, then sometimes you just have to just knock it in the head. As hard as that may be, and the guy is in love with some other girl.
Yeah, fuck.
And how the hell are you meant to start a new life if you're clinging on to a past one? Not even like clinging on to a good past one.
100%.
But anyway.
Well, on a lighter note, before we close this off, we're bringing out some merch.
Yes, sir.
Yes, let's go.
Boost.
That will be coming soon.
Well, I wouldn't say soon.
Soonish. Soonish. Working on it.
We're not going to rush it because we want it to be.
We want it to be great.
Want it to be great. We
Perfect.
want you to want to buy it.
Yes.
We want you to get FOMO. We want you to feel like you're missing out.
For sure.
So we're going to make it good. And yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah. So at least we end this on a lighter note than that story. That's fucking depressing.
And maybe in one of the episodes, if you listen to it, we'll maybe give you a code.
Oh.
So if you listen to the episode, we'll drop the code somewhere in the middle and you can get a bit of discount on that.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Like it.
So, thank you very much, people, for listening.
Thank you, guys.
To our stories.
Peace and love. Stay safe.
Always a pleasure. Sometimes
and look forward to hear. I
don't know what's wrong with this man tonight. It's a Tuesday night. You just cough. You've just been coughing.
Stay safe.
Good night, everyone. Or good morning.